The Wizards right now, they're on a roll, and look at this. Dinwiddie's averaging 20 points per game. Montrezl Harrell's averaging 19. The Lakers didn't find a way to use him last season. Kuzma, resurrection, 15 a game.
Whoa.
KCP, 11 points per game. And against Atlanta, Harrell had 25. Beal had 27. Kuzma had 21. KCP had 20 as well, and they didn't have Gafford or Dinwiddie playing in that game. So the question is, do you think in this case a cast of good supporting role players is more important than that one star? Because Westbrook was their one star last year, and the Wizards didn't look this good. Now, with a bunch of good role players around Beal, the Wizards look much better.
Listen, I love the NBA. You know, we make overreactions after 4, 5, 6 games. It's like the best time in the world. Like, it really is. Like, we just make these overreactions. Your question, I guess it just depends on who the star is, you know? I guess it really just depends on who you're giving away and who you're getting back. You know, I thought LA giving away all this depth and then getting in Westbrook was like, because Westbrook hasn't been playing well. I mean, his regular season numbers, just if you look at him, you'll think, oh, this guy's elite, you know, one of the best players in the league. But if you watch him, you're like, he's definitely on the decline. Sometimes he's a liability on the court. With these guys, though, you know, Montrez, KCP, Kuz, I feel like just needed a new environment. I feel like playing under LeBron just wasn't his vibe.
Yeah. I never lost faith in him being a good player.
Yeah, KCP, we know what he is, but he's still a really
and he's
good,
a champion.
He's a good player. Montrez, he's a weird guy. He has to be good in certain situations, but he can be good in the right situation. I think this is the right situation with Washington. You know, they're deep. Don't get me wrong, but I guess the better question is, how far can they go with this complementary talent if Bradley Beal is their number one?
I think this Wizards team, and I said it in the offseason when we did a topic about them, is I think this team reminds me a lot of the 2018 Clippers. Before they got Kawhi, before they got PG, when they had Gallinari, Shea, Harrell. I'm forgetting who else they had, but they had a great team. Pat Bev was there, Lou Will.
Oh, SGA.
Yeah, SGA.
Landry Shamet.
That team, they didn't have a star, but they had a bunch of great role players. The difference between them and Washington is that Washington has a star. They have Bradley Beal. And Bradley Beal, I am harsh on him a lot of the times. I will admit it. He hasn't been off to the best offensive start. But this year he's playing defense. Like, he is locking down. He's playing very great defense. And before he was asked to carry this gigantic offensive load, when he played with John Wall, he was known to be a good defender. And now he's getting back to his roots. Wes Unseld Jr. has them playing great from minute 1 to 48. This team has been really awesome. I think they'll make the playoffs. I'm ready to say they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll make the playoffs.
Top 6.
Overreaction.
Yes. I think they'll make the playoffs.
Gassing it.
I think the Wizards will make the playoffs because I see Beal, who's an all-star, all-NBA type of player. I see Dinwiddie, who's a borderline all-star. He's shown in Brooklyn he can be the second, if not the best player on certain nights in Brooklyn and lead them to the playoffs. And then you have Harrell, who can be Sixth Man of the Year this year. You have KCP, who brings a lot on the defensive side of the ball. Kuzma is a champion, and he's a very good defender.
Come on,
like, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping on the Washington Wizards. This team, I like this team. This is my sleeper team in the East, but they're not a sleeper because the season started.
Wait, sleeper to do what though?
Oh, man.
I think they'll make the playoffs.
Oh,
you know?
right,
I don't know. It depends on the matchups. If they face, if they face the Hawks in the playoffs, yeah, they can definitely beat them. No doubt.
You're a hater.
No doubt.
Go ahead with your take, because I'm sick of this guy.
I thought I was about to spew nonsense. That's crazy.
That doesn't
Hawks?
even make sense.
The Hawks.
I'm not a big fan.
All right.
You're not a big fan
So-
because they beat y'all?
I'm not a big
Before
fan.
I sound like the ultimate hater, obviously, I'll give them their credit because what they needed desperately was defense. So what do? They go and get 3 defensive-minded type players outside of Kuzma, who's a decent scorer. Decent. You bring in KCP, who's solid defensively for sure. Montrezl Harrell, solid defensively. Kuzma can play good defense.
Harrell, solid defensively?
He's not terrible on defense. He's terrible on defense?
He's a legit cone.
That's debatable. This
Debatable
season,
on
at
what?
least?
Bro, he's trash.
I
mean,
think
he's playing
this
very well.
season. I think this season.
He's a good
They're
hype
just
man.
they're masking
That's
it
what
a
I'm
little bit
saying.
more.
He's a good
Fair
hype
enough.
man.
But at the same time, he's averaging 19 points. His PER is over 30. I think it's 32 right now.
And the Lakers couldn't use him.
Well, what's funny is he was doing nothing for us. So it's funny how he comes here and
it's how it happens, bro.
But that's what's bothering me, truthfully, and that's why this question. Tell me what that is exactly.
Only certain players can fit with LeBron.
Spot up shooters.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with that, though.
That's what. No. That's what I'm trying to wonder.
I mean, Kuzma is blossoming. Harrell is blossoming. KCP, well, he was good in LA with you guys.
And that's what I said when the trade happened. I said KCP is going to be the piece I miss because he's an excellent role player. He does his role as good as anyone. That being said, I'm not ready to say that they flat out won this trade because they're 4-1 5 games in. and listen, it's easy to look at and see Russ having a rough go, and that sucks because we were up like 26.
Yeah, I lost.
I think it looked like 40.
He gave them their first
26.
wins.
All right, easy. Listen,
no, it really looked like 40.
I did right by telling you the exact number. Leave it at that. Right. It was a tough loss. It really was. But listen, Russ had a really good game against the Spurs, and what was one of the reasons we won that game. That being said, it's easy to say right now, looking at it, oh, they're 4-1. You can overreact all you want.
They're beating good teams, though.
At the same time,
you said Atlanta's not that good.
Let me finish.
Well, you guys think they're a good team.
Let me finish.
All right, fair.
Now you look at it, and are we expecting Montrezl Harrell to continue this efficiency that
he's going to average 15 for the year?
Okay, are we expecting him to have a player efficiency rating of over 30 for the rest of the season?
Well, I don't think that'll happen, but he's going to average. He's going to do what he did with the Clippers, which is be a very good role player. Six-man of the year candidate.
From what I have experienced personally as a basketball fan, I cannot trust Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, KCP I can, because shout out to him. I cannot trust those two guys to be consistent for an entire season. They're coming out hot right now, for sure. And it's easy to flock to them because, as I was, a lot of people were low on them going into the year. Because these guys did not show out in L.A. So now they're coming to 100%. They're coming now to a Wizards team that has no expectations. So now they're performing well above what people expected from them. So now people are immediately going to overreact and say, oh, Wizards lock for the playoffs. That being said, this is not something I look at and think this is sustainable.
Well, I think it is, for the reason that you are basing your opinion on Montrezl Harrell based off of one season with the Lakers.
I will also base it on Bradley Beal having 21 points and them still being 4-1.
Isn't that a testament to how good the roster is?
Their defense has been solid, but at the same time, this offense has not been what it should be or what it's supposedly supposed to be.
Wait, how is it not? They have like 5 players averaging in double figures.
Because Montrezl Harrell is averaging 19. Do we expect that to continue? Kuzma's averaging 15, 16.
Kuzma was a 16-point per game player in L.A. before LeBron got there.
Before he got there. But then he was still supposed to continue that, and he dropped off.
Yeah, but I think the problem with a lot of Lakers fans was that y'all expected a 23-year-old Kyle Kuzma out of college to continue to develop into a star. Most players,
what's wrong with that?
Most players that come out of college and are 23, 24, they plateau. He was the most developed rookie.
Bro, we chose him over B.I. That's should let you know at least what our expectation was.
No. Okay, y'all traded that for real?
Yeah, we chose him over B.I.
Well, B.I.
I feel like if I was the Pelicans, I would rather have B.I. though.
No, duh. But when the trade was going on, we were either going to keep B.I. or him, and we said
B.I. got you more.
B.I. with Ya wouldn't have been as successful as he was in
Disagree
Pelicans.
because when
he wouldn't have been an all-star.
I disagree. Well, that I agree with. But at the same time, B.I. that first season when LeBron was there was great.
You want to know why I say that, though?
In the second half after the All-Star break, averaged 24.
You want to know why I would say that, though? Because B.I., we've seen him playing with Zion when Zion is the point forward and B.I.'s numbers take a dip. If he's playing with LeBron and AD, yeah.
Both of them are good playing with LeBron.
And he's not.
I disagree because B.I. and LeBron actually had good chemistry together.
B.I. averaged 24 with LeBron after the All-Star break.
Dinwiddie, we know, can average 18, 20 a night, any single night. He did that in Brooklyn.
He averaged 22 in Brooklyn one year.
So Dinwiddie, their offense has been very good with him, and it's been a different guy every night for Washington versus Indiana. Dinwiddie had 34. Neto had 18. Bertans had 17. Versus Boston, Harrell has 25. Versus the Hawks, 4 players scoring 20 points. Defense has not been winning them games like you think. I think it's been a major part, but it's because they have so many scorers, and Rui Hachimura isn't even playing yet.
That's another.
Another guy.
Do we really trust them to be as consistent all year, though? KCP, Kuz.
Listen,
well, KCP's averaging 11. You don't think he could average 11 all year?
KCP is the only one that I look at the 3 that could sustain.
Wait, so
Kuzma can't average 14.
Kuzma can't average 15 for the year?
I don't know.
He can.
I don't know.
I mean, he averaged 12, 13 with Shaw.
But it was stretches where he had games where he didn't score in double digits.
Like, he has moments like these where he's playing very well.
The only thing I say
11 rebounds a game.
Yeah, you're not getting 11 rebounds a game from Kuzma. You're not getting that.
And Gafford,
like, this is by far a career high. Like I've not seen this when they were wearing an LA
Wizards
uniform.
Are a solid team. I think they can definitely jump in the
play-in for sure.
Thomas Bryant come back? When does Thomas Bryant come back from the
ACL? Like January, February? No, he tore it early. But
early?
Yeah.
Okay, so then he might be coming back soon then.
But then
he might not even play much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That just goes to the depth issue. So who's going to drop?
No, they're not dropping Gafford.
But that's a good problem to have.
Definitely.
That's a great problem.
Thomas Bryant's not bad.
And that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm talking about. This team has a lot of depth. They have a lot of players.
But you trust
that's the
Bradley
question.
Beal to be the guy that gets them to a 6 seed in the East.
Yes.
Right now.
That's Bradley Beal, bro. I understand you don't like Bradley Beal.
I don't like Bradley Beal?
What we both don't like Bradley Beal, but
why
you
I made a whole segment naming like 25.
No, I get it. We both aren't big fans of Bradley Beal, but you don't like Bradley Beal more than me.
No, but it's not even the Bradley Beal I don't like. It's Miami, the Knicks, the Bucks, the Nets, the Bulls, Boston. Like, it's not even the Hawks. Like, it's not even like
Boston.
eventually.
Boston. We gonna get to him. We gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to him.
Because wait. Because
Boston ain't good, bro. Boston sucks. Boston's not a good team.
Drew, hold on, stop.
No. Boston is not a good team.
Because you said
that's an overreaction.
Stop.
Boston.
Because you said you felt like this Boston team can go to the Eastern Conference
and I was 100% wrong.
Hold on.
And I was 100% wrong.
But my point of saying all those teams was,
yeah, you don't think they're going to be
the East
a
is
top
deep.
6
Not
team.
even saying it could. Throw the Bradley Beal hate aside. Just looking at the East is deep. It's hard for me to say that they can.
Back to what you said.
We didn't even mention Charlotte, who's been playing.
It was just like.
And back to I think Washington and Charlotte, they're on the same level in terms of what they have.